I'm Dr. Gunjan Jain,
All right,
working
Dr.
with the
Gunjan Singh.
Shahar University in Uzbekistan. My paper presentation is on the topic of research trends of education during and post Corona. It's a challenge. Working with the Uzbekistan and teaching students there from India, there were certain challenges that I realized, and I decided to share the issues that I found during COVID pandemic and the post. That is a challenge for the education system as well. The presentation on the issues of the e-learning, that is a trend of the present education, and the opportunities that were realized and that were explored during pandemic, and the challenges of the e-learning during that time, and the impact of e-learning after post corona, and the conclusion. If I talk of I have read the quote of Benjamin Franklin, who says, "Tell me, I forget, teach me, and I remember, involve me, and I learn." So every time when the students are being taught, our aim is to involve them in a manner they can implement their learning after attaining the education elsewhere, and they can use that. In the corona, which is a global pandemic, and in this such a situation, the United Nations says that 166 countries across the globe has shut down their education institutes. And in this situation, approximately 87% students who are the population are not attending the schools. So that is, we say that it's reimagining education. We are reimagining the education, that we have shifted from the classroom teaching to the modern mode of e-learning. Though earlier it was a mix, but now it is solely the e-learning that we are going through. In the middle of the difficulty lies opportunity. E-learning was implemented while the students were taught, but it was a mix of a blended learning approach. Blended learning was something teachers were implementing the blackboard system as well as the computer system, but now it was solely the computer system that was being implemented. Educational educators and educational institutes will be appreciated for their contribution. During this COVID, it was realized that solely the teaching, or you can say the coachings, are not sufficient. Rather, people have realized that education institutes play a very prominent role, as they are contributing in the society as well. Quality teaching and learning material will be better used. It is something that whatsoever the teachers has been teaching during this time, it is of great importance. Growth in teachers collaboration, it is the opportunity of the collaboration of the teachers, that sitting across the country, sitting the different places, still they are connected together for the betterment of the students. COVID-19 pandemic connected people towards boundaries. It was teachers were collaborated, they were interacting, they were talking to each other. After along with that, it was something that everybody was trying to connect so that they can give the proper education to the students. Developed ICT skills during COVID, as if there was no chance left for the teachers to connect with the students. Somehow they have cope up with the problems, and they have developed the ICT skills, that is information communication technologies. There were not many ways through this the teachers could connect, and they gradually start learning. And these teachers were those who were initially working with the system, where interactive mode of teaching was more appreciated. Challenges come to us, make us better, not bitter. This is wisdom in challenge. One must look for them. Challenges can make you or break you. We don't grow with these when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. Now, this was a time that on the other part, when it was taken as an opportunity, but there were certain challenges that were faced, and these challenges, you can say, it was not centralized to one. You cannot say it was centralized only to the student or to the parent or to the teachers, but on a whole, it was a challenge that was faced. And these are the challenges that the people have highlighted, and they have thought from their particular perspective in the different situation they were found. Now let's see the challenges that were found with the students, the parents, and the teachers. These were the things. Difficulty to avoid student distraction from every time when there was a frequent mode of teaching in the schools, in the classrooms, the blackboard method it was being taught. So I don't know, but my experience is that the students were not very much prone to mobile phones or the things, because it was like, because everything they were being taught by the teachers. So, but now the same teachers are talking about to getting interacted, or they have the mode of teaching is only the mobiles. So in this particular situation, it's very difficult to put up a control on the student to what to use and what not to use, that sort of a thing that they found. Lack of ICT skills. Initially, students were not very much, because exploring information from the websites, finding out the thing, that is easy. But when you go with the purpose of attaining knowledge, it's difficult. Whether it's you can have Zoom, or you can talk of Webinar Jam, or you can talk of Google Meet, whatsoever the mode we'll use. But somehow there is a lack of ICT skills, and these ICT skills, you cannot say it is on the part of the student, rather it's part on the level of the teacher as well, because initially teachers were not able to understand how to implement the ICT skills in their teaching. Unfair assessment was something when though the schools, the colleges, everybody was going through the assessment of a particular test and the assignments, but somehow it was realized that the students were being assessed on the casual parameters. Okay, whatsoever they have done, they were assessed with that. Particular marking could not be done, because it was a challenge for the teachers as well to assess the students certain particular issues. Network connectivity, undoubtedly it is the biggest issue, because there are certain students who are living in the rural areas, or in the areas where the net connectivity is not proper, or you can say they cannot access to the net. So that is the major issue, that most of the time the student does not have that facility, can be of the laptop, can be of the internet, that they can connect and they can appear in the class, which they cannot do it. For the teachers, it was an extended working hours. Extended working hours was something when the teachers are teaching. So if you are connected with the Zoom or any other portal, we'll see that there is that you can expand the timing, because half of the time is getting the connected, half of the time the teachers are struggling to connect with the students. So the teachers who were used to of the particular defined time period of 30 minutes or 35 or 40 minutes, within a time they have to complete their session, but gradually it was found that it was they were extended with the time, and so that was the biggest challenge for the teachers to work with, developing them the anxiety and the stress of the extended working hours. The same was with the students. The entire day the students were involved in the learning, because they were trying to connect with the teachers. The students from diverse background could not connect to lessons. It was something, diverse background is something, the students from the diverse family background, they were lacking the laptops, the computers, the basic ICT tools, so they were not able to connect. Difficulty in maintaining continuity in teaching learning. Continuity is that if some their teachers are teaching or the students are learning, they cannot maintain that continuity of the learning process due to the breakdown, at times the breakdown of the internet or something, they could not connect with the students. That was the problem. When we are talking of teaching, and that too with the use of ICT tools, though everything is available on the internet, with a click a student can find out what is being taught. So it was the biggest challenge for the teachers to teach the students the same thing in a new manner, in a creative way, so that whatsoever is being taught to them, they could be interested towards it. And teachers need to learn for that. That is the lack of the creativity skills, the creative skills teachers need to develop, because when they are teaching in these schools and the colleges, they are going with the simple mode of teaching, but when the same thing is students are accessing on the websites, but still we are being taught, the student need to teach the same thing. They need a lot of the skills for the same things. The next now the next thing comes is during post-corona, that we are there will be a time when the things will be normalized. And for the past 6 months, when the students are into a system, when they are learning everything, sitting at home in a comfortable zone, they are learning the things, they are connected with the teachers, they are comfortable. So, or the school management or the teachers, what situation they will be facing or what challenges they will be facing after everything gets normal, that's a post-corona. If the first thing that we talk of is strict rules and regulations of educational institutes. Strict rules and regulations, as if the new semester will start, new session, academic session will start. The schools will implement their strict rules to get the student enroll in their institutions. It will not be easy because the students has been assessed and their performance are evaluated in other casual parameters. Now the schools will create their own strict rules so that they can find out the best students. Distance learning will enforce teaching and learning, which will not work well. Distance learning, there are many websites, there are many educational institutes, universities, they have started their distance learning mode. The student can do many courses from that just to put up a teaching learning process in a better way. But it will not learn, it will not grow well after post corona, because there will be again the face to face learning will be there. Educators will be overwhelmed and unsupported towards their job, because initially, as I have talked about the creative teaching, the teachers need to be given lots and lots of training so that they can, again, because it will be completely switching on from chalk and board to the you can say computer education. And again, you are talking of switching from laptops and ICT tools to Blackboard. So there will be a situation that teachers will not be supported for that. They need to develop. Cyber protection of children will be difficult. Cyber protection is when we say it will be difficult because now students are more used to of the computer education, and at a particular time it will be a challenge for the teachers, the parents and everybody to connect to check the children, okay, what exactly they are doing. That way cyber protection will be a challenge. Closure of educational institutes, it will be widen equity gap. It is something the students will not be able to connect with the education institutions, because it's by the gap of now the students are evaluated, rather I could say, that with the more latest gadgets or the more ICT tools who are having. So this is the gap that has been between the education institutes. So students need to be ready with this particular things. Impact of EdTech on student psyche. EdTech is the education with the technology. It has a effect on the student psychologically, because whatsoever they had been learning for the past 6 months, and again they will be learning with these teachers. So the impact of this education technology has somehow you can say influenced the psychology of the students, because they found it easy, they have understood the particular thing. So it is a challenge after post corona to make the student again make them sit the whole day in the institutions, in the schools, make them do the work, make them listen for the teachers for a long time, which earlier during corona that was a casual approach the students were taking. This education, your syllabus need to be revised. It should be revised. The curriculum need to be revised, because during this situation, corona period, it has been observed that there is a change of this curriculum. It is a high time to understand, because whatsoever has been taught now, there are certain skills that need to be developed in the students, because instead of making the student industry ready, they need to be ready for the job whether they are working for, because specific curriculum cannot be taken on for long. Teacher training to be prioritized. It is important that the teachers training to be given importance. Growing student acceptance, the students will be accepting more online courses. Online courses are something they'll feel like instead of going to the school or sitting, they'll adapt for the more online courses. And within that time, we'll realize that it is important to learn, but the importance of the degree will gradually be removed, vanished. So conclude if I say many opportunities and seeds of hope sprouting as the world takes moment to rethink education. Acceptability from teachers, from educators, and the wider community. They are accepting that. The learning ecosystem is also quickly expanding as millions of parents, caretakers, and well known faces step up to support learning and in the process and learning a lot themselves. It is when we are talking of this particular zone, when we are talking of the trends that we have realized that it is something that is important for everybody to understand. There is again more to learn. It is more to learn because you cannot say whatsoever has been learned or they have been implemented since ages, that has been implemented right now as well. So for me, the challenge during Corona and post Corona is that we need to work on the areas of teaching and implementing policies or making students job ready. Thank you. Thank you, Professor.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Gunjan, for your very interesting presentation on the emerging trends of education, especially during and post COVID-19. It's very interesting.
Thank
Uh,
you.
all right. So thank you so much